Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my monthly stock portfolio review for the month of June. I'm going to start by running through any stocks that I've bought and sold this month, and then we'll dive deeper into each stock individually and what has happened with it that month and any news that I need to be aware of. But before we start, I want to know how you've done this month, so leave a comment below on how your portfolio has performed, and let's jump into the video. Before we start, please remember anything said in this video is not financial advice. Your capital is at risk when investing, and please do your own research and be prepared to lose any money that you do invest. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. I want to begin by looking at my overall portfolio performance, and as you can see from the screenshot, my portfolio has hit £500 for the first time this month, so that's a key milestone crossed. The next one for me is 750 and then 1000. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. But over the last month, as you can see, my rate of return has been 5.1%, which is quite nice for a month. And over the last year, even though I only started in January, you can see my rate of return is now sat at 19%. So I've made £50 profit so far. Some of that is unrealized profit, some of it is stocks I've sold and reinvested the money. But yeah, that's how we have performed over the last month. So if we look at my buys and sells for the month, I sold out of my position in Barclays for £21, and then I bought with that money 2.5 shares in Rolls Royce. I invested £50 into Gamma Communications, £20 into Marks and Spencer's, and my usual £30 into my dividend pie. And then I had also sold my shares in Surf Air Mobility, which I was swing trading. So if we take a look at that trade, I made £21.37 profit from £50 invested, £58 invested. It was a 36% return overall, so I'm quite happy with that. And then with the sale of Surf Air Mobility, I invested that £79 back into more stocks. So I have expanded the dividend pie this month, and I have bought stocks in Legal & General and Allianz, so 2 insurance stocks. I purchased £15 of each, so that equates to 5.8 shares of Legal & General and 0.05 of Allianz. I'm just getting started. And then I invested another £50 into Gamma Communications. In terms of dividends this month, I received my most in a month, which is £1.14. I'll put all the transactions on the screen now. Obviously, I've sold my position in Microsoft, so I'll have no more dividends going forward from them. But overall, a decent month for dividends. But yeah, I'm happy with that, and that shows what I'm doing for dividend pie is slowly taking its effect, and I'll start compounding those payouts. Now my buys and sells are out the way, let's take a look at the stocks themselves. So my spread of good dividend pie is down 1.2% over the last month, which isn't ideal. The stocks in it haven't performed well, but as you can see, I'm still in profit on some. Novo Nordisk took a big hit because of the news with HIMSS. So that'll be interesting, be keeping my eye on that. And 2 of my REITs are really not performing well, but a lot of it does still come down to FX. So half of that impact is the FX impact, which is why I've started looking at more European/UK dividend stocks to put into my portfolio. As you can see with Legal & General and Allianz, these are more recent purchases this week, so they haven't had time to really do anything as they're at the back end of the month. If we look at Gamma Communications for the month, it is down 4.5%, but I've bought and then I've bought as it dipped again, so I'm only down 0.39% for the month. These will eventually go into the dividend pie, but right now I see a lot of growth potential with them, and I have created a video on this, so I will link the video here now. But they are a dividend payer, and they pay 1.42%, sorry, and I believe they're growing the dividends quite fast off the top of my head. Well, I know they are, I just can't remember the figure. The next stock for the month is Grab, which is traded sideways really, so it is down 1% overall. There has been a few buying opportunities, but I did not have any cash on the side for that. So that's a key thing. When people are investing, keep a little bit of cash on the side, and I would have liked to have invested when it touched my average here and when it was a little bit above here, but I just didn't take the opportunity. So I am up 3% overall, 9%, 10% really if you take away the FX impact. There's been no major news with Grab for the takeover yet. We are still awaiting that news. I imagine when that news comes in, depending on who it is, this could fly further. I do want to continue adding to my position, but I saw better opportunities this month when I had the cash. So that's the key point really. There has been opportunities, which in hindsight, yes, brilliant. They weren't there when I had the cash. So yeah, Grab's just trading sideways. Next up is Rolls Royce. Damn, I really do wish I kept adding to my position. So over the last month, it's up 11%. I did not want to add any more positions over 700 pence, but as you can see, I did buy them for 871, but that brings my average to under 700 pence now. I would like to continue adding. They are performing really well, but there's not really much news coming out. So yeah, it's just performing well. It's a strong business, one of the strongest in the UK. I'm happy with it because overall I'm up 38%. I would have loved to buy more back in the day, but I was opening up a lot of positions. I mean, I still do have a lot of positions, but yeah, Rolls Royce is one of them. It was the first company I ever invested in, so I have a soft spot for Rolls Royce. But yeah, that's how Rolls Royce has done over the last month. They have been named the preferred partner for the nuclear segment of the business, but that's only preferred, and it's got to go through more processes before it's firmed up first. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Next up, which is one of the positions I added to this month, is Marks and Spencers. So it's down 6% this month. Overall, my investment is down 1.5%, which I don't mind. I do expect this to take a hit once the earnings come in and the cyber attack news is fully announced, purely because we don't know what it looks like in terms of the financial performance yet. I do believe it's priced in and is the main reason it's gone down 6%, but I do think it could go lower, but that's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. I am going to keep topping this up steadily because I do like Marks and Spencers and I do have my price target for them. But yeah, not a good month for Marks and Spencers. Good month to be buying if you're invested in Marks and Spencers, and I hope this stays down a little so I can buy more. But I believe it's September when the next financial report comes out, so we'll just have to wait and see. Next up is my JP Morgan Global Growth and Income Fund. So it is up 1.5% this month. Overall, I'm still down 7.5% this month. I did nearly top this up with some of my funds, but I decided to put the £50 in Gamma because I was going to put the £50 in this to bring my average down. But I'm just letting this one tick away. This does pay a monthly dividend as well. I'm just quite happy. I'm happy with the fund. I'm happy with it sitting there for now. It's diversified across many sectors and many companies, and I do want to add more to it, but this is more the ones that I add to when I don't see a great opportunity elsewhere. So that's why it's just sat for me in the last month and not really be much news for a fund, as it's just invested in a lot of businesses, and if we were sat here talking about them, we'd be here all day. Next up is TKO, who have had another solid month. So they're up nearly 13%. As you can see, my overall return now is at 10%, but it would be at 20% if you take away the FX, which is annoying. I do want to buy more TKO. So the media deals expire in America this year. So Netflix have the international deal, and the media deals for the national side expire for UFC as well, I believe. So realistically, I want to be adding to this position before the news is announced of the next partner, because obviously that'll have a nice effect on the stock if it's a good deal. But yeah, at the minute it's just sitting for me. I did contemplate at one point selling it because I've not been adding to it, but I do want to get back and add more into TKO. So we'll see what happens with my salary next month. But yeah, that's it for my portfolio update for the month of June. Let me know what you think of my portfolio and how your portfolio has performed. I'm always interested to see how you're getting on. Any stocks you may have been looking at that have paid off or haven't paid off, or what you're looking at for the future. Please subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. Leave a like as well, and I'll see you in the next one.